Maureen Zappala, it's so good to see you. It's so good to see you. Maureen Zappala.
You should have heard what she said to me. Maureen, look at you. You are fat, ugly, and stupid. You failed at marriage, you're a terrible mother, a lousy housekeeper, and you think people like you? They don't. Can you believe she said that? I can, because she's me. The voice was in my head. Now maybe you're thinking, wow, Maureen, I'm really surprised because you look pretty confident and put together. Well, you see the outside, but on the inside, I sometimes still hear a voice that says, Maureen, you're worthless. Do you ever hear that voice in your head? Does it call you Maureen? Contest chair, friends, you're not worthless. None of us are. Why do we still believe it? Why do we let that chatter suck the life right out of us? There must be a way to silence it. And there is. But you must be willing to do something. Something that I learned in college. The summer of my junior year, I was in the hospital laying on an x-ray table with horrible pain shooting down my legs. I was miserable and embarrassed. The pain had me in bed for days. For 4 days, I hadn't changed or showered or shaved. I felt like moldy bread. And that voice, look at you, Maureen. You've got greasy hair, smelly body, furry pits. You look like trash. You smell like it too. Then I heard another voice that wasn't in my head. It was the x-ray technician. He said, Maureen, is that you? It's been years. Wow, it's so good to see you. Oh no, it was Dan Saxtetter, my senior prom date. What are the chances I'd run into him? I guess pretty good. You know, when you're at your worst, you have the best chance of seeing an old flame. You see, in high school, everyone loved Dan. He was smart and handsome, captain of the football team. And he liked me. I did not look this good in high school. I didn't look this good 4 hours ago. I don't apply makeup. I install it. Oh, but the prom, it was a magical date. And our only date. And we lost touch after high school. So imagine how I felt a few years later, inserted in his machine, stinking up that room. Oh, and he looked so good. Hi, Dan. It's good to see you too. It was a lie. I was so ashamed and I just wanted to vanish. Then Dan took my hand, found my eyes, and said, Maureen, I know you're hurting and we'll help. But wow, it's so good to see you. That moment, when he found my eyes, he looked through those flaws and spoke life to my worth. That simple phrase, it's so good to see you, shattered the shame. And I felt safe and special, like royalty, like that prom queen I never was. Now, I still had pain. In fact, I needed surgery for a ruptured disc. He didn't relieve the pain, but he restored my dignity. And he silenced that voice that said, Maureen, you're worthless. But then there was a new voice that said, gosh, I wonder if he's single. What Dan did for me is what we must do for each other. It wasn't just his words. It was his eyes. They drilled down to the source of my shame and gave me what I desperately wanted. What we all want. Acceptance. I didn't just hear his words. I felt them because I saw them. He found my eyes, and that spoke life to my worth. The way to silence that voice, it's not to find Dan, it's to be Dan for other people. We need this today more than ever. We're isolated and almost afraid of each other. People are scanning the horizon, looking for eyes to connect with, a heart to connect with, even if only through their eyes. Your job? Find their eyes. Mask or no mask, find their eyes and speak life to their worth. Give them the acceptance they want. You know how it feels. Someone's probably done it for you. It's exhilarating and life-giving, and it lingers. I saw Dan 40 years ago. He has no idea I still tell this story. I have no idea if he's still single. We must do this for each other. Find their eyes and speak life to their worth. I can't see your eyes right now, but when I do, know this. It's so good to see you. Contest chair.